Hello everyone, it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I am back with another 12 by 12 layout, and I have finally decided to pull out some of my Maggie Holmes stash. I feel like I'm more of a collector than a scrapbooker of her stuff because I love it, so I keep it hidden, but today I'm pulling it out. So I am pulling out the Gather collection. I only have the 6x6 pad and the 12 by 12. I have these stickers from Hobby Lobby that have very similar colors. Some craft stars from Studio Calico. And then I have these rubber charms, and these ones are from Bloom. So that's going to be my jumping off point, and let's see what I can make. So for this layout, I am going to be using a sketch that was designed by Heather Little for the Secret Not So Secret Kit Club. And Maggie, I watched her do a live scrapbook of this sketch, and Sarah did one, and it's just a beautiful sketch. When you look at it, it's simple, and you don't feel like you have so many pieces in this sketch that you're not sure where you're going to get it. So Maggie had an awesome idea for her layout, and I loved it. So I really wanted to use this sketch. So I follow it almost down to a T, with the exception of the circle, and Maggie did the same thing. She used a doily for the circle instead of using, like, cutting a circle with your Cricut or whatever, which I thought was genius because I'm not very good at sketches, so when I look at them, I just am not so sure that, like, I would have literally thought that I needed to use a circle. So it was wonderful to watch her. So back to the layout. I am, like I said, following it very, very literally. I have two 4x6 pictures. They are of a Cubs game when we were in Chicago this summer. And the flag was parachuted, skydived out of the sky. It was phenomenal. So I just backed both 4x6 pictures with some black cardstock. I used that coral and that blue in the same position as it is in the sketch. Now, I don't have a scalloped punch like in the sketch, and I'm not the best at a freehand, so I decided I was just going to use a strip of paper and not scallop that. So I love this particular piece, but it's not the one that I end up using. So here I am trying to figure out how that circle doily is going to be used. Now in the sketch, it's definitely on top of the layers, and I like the idea of a little bit below the layers. So here I am pulling up everything after I've glued it already, of course. I really enjoy actually sticking down and not waiting until the end, which doesn't always work out for me because, as you can see, I tend to pick things up. So here I am pulling out this, I'm not exactly sure it's from, but it's from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure who makes it, but I love this package of embellishments. It has like a little bit of everything. It has like puffy stickers, it has wood veneer, it has see-through stickers. I think this one even had some burlap and some cork. Like, you get such a variety. So here I am changing that little tiny strip, and I ended up using a branding strip from the paper pad, so it has that hole in it, but because my photos were covering that, I figured it would be okay. And I do like how that turns out. I like that there is that extra contrast of the coral, because I really felt like there wasn't quite enough coral in this particular layout. I had the mint on both sides. I have the black in 2 separate pieces, but then I have this big chunk of coral and I didn't have it anywhere else. So that's why I ended up choosing the different branding strip, because what was peeking out was more minty. So I do like how that turns out. And I do bring some of that coral color into the embellishments down at the bottom there. Now in the sketch there is a tag up top, and so I just found this gold striped tag and that's going to go up there. I am going to pull out these thickers and use this hooray as my title and pull out these rubber charms. Now these are the coolest things. I have not had any rubber charms. They feel really cool. So I pulled out the 2 that say happy together, and it looks like in the sketch it may have just been, I don't know what was entitled to be there initially, but they were kind of strips of paper looking, and I thought these were perfect. And I am going to scatter that coral up there with a puffy heart. And so now I have that coral in all 3 places. You can kind of see how the 3 embellishment clusters surround my picture, so it brings that eye in. And I do put that extra part of that tag under the picture just to bring some of that gold down, because I didn't have any gold anywhere else and I felt like it was a little bit out of place. So along with the gold, I'm going to add that gold arrow, so there's a little bit up there, and then there's some gold down at the bottom as well. And I have seen several people that will actually glue their twine in a pattern that they really like, and I loved that idea. So I swirled my twine and just added a little bit of glue. In the sketch there's 3 little dots, and to me they looked like enamel dots. So I'm going to scatter those around the page, and that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. I'll have a screenshot of the sketch up for you and some close-ups. So I hope you really enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.